Hey, listen to me. No, I know your name praise the Lord, you see, so that can happen anytime. But thank you for the liturgical correction. Listen to me. If you thought you got something in the morning from the various things, yes? The afternoon session was bubbling all around. Right, Sister Esther? Yes, I know. So now, what's the way forward before we go? Dr. Hilary Sherlock is going to give us an idea of where we go from here. Receive her and give her a good round of applause.
Thank you. First and foremost, I just want to say I'm a teacher. It's what I started out. It's what I began from I was a little girl. There's nothing else I want to do but be a teacher. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that at the end of my journey, I'm doing what I love. And I always preface whenever I have to speak, remembering one little boy who we had at our school, who was very frail. He had very frail bones. And whenever we had to move him, his bones would break very easily. He was very bright and very verbal. And when we had to move him, he would say, "Take time with me." And I want to thank you this afternoon because I think this is what we have begun to do, to take time with each other. As you know, we are trying to work on an enrichment curriculum for our schools right through up to the university level. I am helping with the early childhood, which is why I'm with you today. And I just want to assure you, give you some of the principles that I'm working on, and to assure you that you are part of the process. It is not something that's going to be imposed on you, or that it's going to be additional lesson plan and all the rest of it. You will be part of the working out of it. But this is the format. Each lesson would include opportunities for active play and sensory-based learning, because it's little ones we're talking about. Reflection, self-calming, breathing exercises, and centering, learning to calm your bodies and to center. Creative expression, and most important, to develop a sense of the numinous. That's another sense that we don't often talk about, which is a sense of mystery, awe, and wonder in this wonderful world that we live in. A sense of being part of nature. Not only should we take care of nature, but we are a part of it. And our awareness of the unknown, the mystery in life. So, as I said with the group we were discussing, we cannot expect children to be kind, or we cannot tell them to be kind if we are not kind. We cannot tell them to listen to us if we do not listen to them. So hopefully the practices and the journey that we are now on will help us to do that. Now, I know you're all wondering, but it will follow your early childhood curriculum outline. So we wouldn't be doing, if you're working on All About Me in the first year, it would include activities for that. So it's going to supplement what you already have to do, not replace it or not draw energy from it, but hopefully we'll be able to work on maybe different practices so that we can take time with all the children who come to us. We had an argument in the working group the other day because one member said, "So what, Hilary, you want the school to take in everybody who comes?" And I said, "But it's not what I want. Jesus didn't say, send me your able-bodied and your bright kids. He said, no, let the little children come." And that is what we are going to try and do. That's it.
Thank you, Hilary. Much more to come on that score. I want to recognize two persons who we didn't recognize before, Mrs. Andrea Toller Davis, and if one Andrea wasn't good enough, Mrs. Andrea Edwards Brown, both representing the Early Childhood Commission. What a day. There you are. Good. Thanks. Grace, you want to give us a little summary? Summary of the workshops.
It's a little bit hard because I wasn't at all of the workshops, but the sense I get from glancing at your cartridge paper is that there is a whole heap of fertile ground. I heard, we saw some of the things that are already going on in some of your schools. I'm sorry. Yes. Brilliant ideas. It just reminded us of what Paulette and Margaret said about the importance of that circle, of that group, where we're sharing what's working in my group that can be replicated in your school. And I looked at some of your outreach to parents, some of the things you're already doing, sensitizing your parents before, almost giving them an orientation before they come to your school, the use of your co-curricular activities, the use of your clubs and societies as ways of teaching values, the call for ongoing teacher formation. Somebody said the way to teach these values is to make sure we're integrating them in the very lesson plans, the very plans that we have for teaching the content. Let's make sure we're doing that. But as I said, we will collate all of the data, the sharing, and make sure we all get it. I think the one message, if you didn't get this before you came here, you're leaving with this, is that we value your sector. And if you didn't know it before, the Roman Catholic Church places immense priority on your sector. And if you didn't know it before, Reverend Wade shared the whole heap of documents. The Patterson report has said your sector is the key. What is the other thing? Is it the World Bank? The World Bank report has said your sector is the key. So if there's nothing we take away from this event, is that you recognize that you are central to any transformation that's going to go on in education. And we heard the call for better pay, because if we're so central, we must be made to feel it in how we're remunerated. But as one lady told me one time, she said, Mr. Boston, if I were in it for the pay, I wouldn't be here. She says, the ministry pays me, but I work for God. She said, put me in my place. She says, I don't work for the Ministry of Education. They pay me, but I work for God. So that is the message. You are at the heart of the transformation process, and the church is committed to helping you carry out that mission.
And Margaret is telling me that when the ecumenical education group met with the Minister of Education last week, she has made a promise that it is her objective for at least one trainee teacher in every early childhood institution. Hear me now. We want 2, we want 3, we want everybody to be trained and engaged. Thank you so much. We're going to build a WhatsApp group, each of the dioceses, maybe, for the early childhood sector, so that we can communicate. Remember, this is the first time that we are coming together as a community, and we want to keep this. We can't always meet like this, but we can certainly, technology allows us to keep in touch and to educate ourselves and listen to ourselves. It's all right. We need two gentlemen and a lady to give a vote of thanks. It's all right to Holy Family School, followed by the one and only Sister Esther.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I want to thank each one of you, or I should say each one of us, for coming. But before that, I want to thank the Archbishop of Kingston, the Bishop of Mandeville, the priests, the deacon, and all the presenters. Your presentations were excellent. Even though some of us got bits and pieces, but what we got was really, really good. So we want to thank you. This gathering is what we need as Catholic teachers in the Catholic schools where we are the minority in our own schools. So we need this, and we thank you for making it possible. We have a very important mission, the mission of evangelization. You have given us the tools. You have re-energized us. So we thank you for that. I want to thank you again, teachers, because this is our midterm, and you have given us the time to rest and made it here. You responded to this invitation, so I want to thank you all for attending. This would not be possible if the teachers did not respond to this invitation. So thank you all, thank you teachers, and thank you ministers.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, colleagues. All good things must come to an end, and all good things must come to an end, and in everything we should all give thanks. So I just want to add my commendation to the presenters. I want to give them a big round of applause. I think they're doing that everybody here will, in some way, shape, or form, be able to communicate that to the respective groups that we are from, so that we can create that environment for the children to flourish. And as Mrs. Bastian said, you create the right environment for the plants to grow and the plants here to meet with the children. I want to thank our director here, Dr. Davis Smith, for accommodating us. We are grateful for this opportunity here in this cool climate in Manila here, and we have enjoyed ourselves thoroughly. I hope we'll get another chance to tour the campus another time, so that those who went further up into Manila will know that it's actually it. We want to thank Dr. Bolt and Mrs. Shevans for their presentation, so practical and simple and relatable to those of us here. I want to thank you very much for that sharing, so that we can use some of those practical things that have been tested and proven in our environment. We want to thank Dr. Polly Bowes and Dr. Douglas, who was very, very animated in their presentation, and I think that helped us at the time when we were really along. So I want to thank them for that really excellent presentation. We want to thank the Bishop of Mandeville for having us here. So thank you, Bishop, and appreciate that. And last but by no means least, we want to thank God for giving us this opportunity as educators to educate His children, our children, and the children of this world. And I just want to wish everybody a safe journey home, and we'll impart this wonderful knowledge that we have garnered here today to our class. Thank you very much.
All right, the rain is giving us 5 minutes. Were there any questions? Were there any big issues that any of you out there wanted to raise to the whole group that you haven't had the chance? Any thoughts? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Please, come. Come. Let's clap all the souls that will come.
Okay, for the curriculum, for the implementation of the curriculum that was suggested, can early childhood teachers have an input in it?
Excellent.
There are times when stakeholders come on board with curriculums. There is no input from us. They are not the teachers, we are, so we should be involved in it.
Point well taken. So say we all? You must say big eye, no nays. Yes.
One more. I have finished my degree degree from a couple years. Now we are in the era of technology, and COVID has come on board and has changed a lot of things. Can we have some workshops for those of us who have finished long time ago so that we can have some new things to, be encouraged?
Can you vote on that one? Come on, St. Joseph Catholic College.
I'm going to be very quick, and I'm happy that we've been asked such a question. Yes, we are designing a refreshers course looking at technology in education. And for those who were upstairs earlier, I introduced you to this QR code. And what it is an opportunity for us to teach you as educators how to use augmented reality in your classroom, how to adopt your lesson plans so that they can be far more interactive and engaging, particularly for students who learn differently. So actually there's a tour of CCM in that code. There's a message from me in that code. So download Post Reality and go and look at it. We want to teach our educators how to write this code. Okay? So yes, we are quite available and ready. Ready.
It's not compatible with our phones. It's not compatible.
Okay, and I hear you that it's not compatible with some phones, and we already identified to the company that develops Post Reality that some phones don't work. So the more people download it and indicate to us that it don't work, we can have them make the adjustments for it to work. We are told that it will work on all laptops though, but there are some phones for which it is a challenge. So try the laptops as well or the tablets and let us have the feedback. Thank you for the question.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are still an early childhood institution, and tactile material when they're coming in is necessary. We are recycling, and I'm hearing the students saying the blocks go to the dump to create more fumes. Can it be something that we do to get the blocks out with sandpaper? Basic hands-on material that can teach numbers, shape, letters, build. But we need hands-on material. In colleges, we used to be the source hunting it. It takes up time to create for all the students. We now need this country, even if it's the prisoners, to get the block and the sandpaper, to contribute back to the institution.
Not the vibes. Anyone else, Rachel? You want to say a word?
Hello everyone, thank you Deacon. You know I'm a chatter, so I got in a whole heap of trouble for talking in school. But I'm not going to get in trouble for talking today. What I really want to just express is just how wonderful it is to see all of you education advocates, you rock stars advocating for something that you know that word? I work with a lot of organizations, I work in a lot of different communities, and the passion and the resolve that I see here today is just heartwarming.
Pick up yourself.
So, and big up to you, Deacon, because without your efforts, without the efforts of the clergy, this would not be possible. So I am feeling very, very invigorated as an educator, as a Jamaican, that we are on the right path, that the Roman Catholic Church is getting it, and that by extension, each of you have a role to play. This is a big deal. So kudos to all of you, and we are all in this thing together, and I am just excited about where we're going. So congratulations, and the road is a long one, but we're in it together. And I just would like to say big up to my Edu Rock stars who I work with. Deacon, may we take a group picture with my Edu Rock stars after, please? Thank you.
Hello, early childhood is the key. But this is part of a plan for the whole transformation of Catholic education. This statement by the bishops is printed today in the Daily Observer. If you haven't seen it, make sure that you have a look at it because you need the broader perspective.
And share it with your community.
And share it with your community. And Bishop, will you give us a blessing? Bishop? Fine, Bishop.
I prefer to the ordinary. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He let His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May He give you His peace. And may the blessings of Almighty God, the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit descend upon you, your homes, your schools, your communities, and remain with you forever.
Amen. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise